So a couple of questions, if you don't mind. Do you want to go first? Biggest factor in your decision to change platforms, what was it?
So I think the biggest factor was we were looking for something that would put everything in one. So I wasn't between 12, 13 different platforms. That's an exaggeration, and that would streamline the process. So as we brought on more team members, it was one place for everybody to be able to go to instead of having to spend 30, 45 minutes just figuring out where a potential client was before we got on the phone with them. I needed something that was easy to use for everybody, for our administrative, our clinical staff, and sales and marketing.
Heather, tell us who you are and your role.
Yes, so I am from HouseFit. I am Beth's operations manager. And honestly, we were not looking to change softwares. And before Beth went to PPM Live.
See what marketing does? Just to let you know.
Just
to let you know, this is what marketing does. Can you just all write that down? Marketing is about getting people who weren't looking to buy. That's like, please, can we just put that 5-second segment out to remind people?
And it's even kind of funnier than that. So before Beth went to PPM Live, we had a conversation. And we said, we are not doing this. We said, this is not the best move for the business. This is not where we want to go. This is just not it. And so then Beth went
Does this end well? Does it end well? Yeah.
Well, we're members. We're good. I'm still here.
You were brought up here to big this thing up.
Yes, and I made sure that I could tell the story. But she went to PPM Live and she signed up and immediately sent me a message. And I just had this like, oh, okay, we're doing this moment. And then we came back and we really regrouped after PPM Live. And it was a great decision. We're so happy with how it all worked out. And we knew that we had all these problems in the business, such as having so many different platforms, such as having inconsistencies across our marketing platform versus our CRM. And we were KEAP users, but not to the extent that KEAP could be used. Yeah. We had a separate software we were using called Asana that was not a CRM. But essentially, the big decision maker was Beth deciding yes. And then us jumping headfirst into it, that is our relationship, and that's how, that manager leadership back and forth goes. But really it was just Beth jumping headfirst into a new project, me getting on board with her, and it's been an amazing decision. We love it.
Hi, I'm Tracy Lombardi. I work with Todd Houghton at Houghton Physical Therapy. And I think the biggest reason why we switched over is Todd has big dreams. He wants to do tons of things, and he wants me to do more. And I was spending, a lot of time doing the social media, and I do everything. I do the newsletters, I film, I'm editing, I'm doing everything. But when you want to put your social media on 4 different platforms, you want to do it Google, and you want to put it on X and Twitter and Instagram. And it takes a while because you can't. There's no platform that kind of gets everything that you need to, because they all ask for different things. So that was one of the main reasons, because he wanted to free up some of my time, and it does work. I love it because it's automatic 4 posts, and it's so much easier to get Google reviews, because I used to send out a newsletter, an email that to each person that discharged. But this way, I just click a button. I can either text them or I can email them, and you can write whatever you want. They even gave you a template that you can use, and it was perfect. So I think it alleviates a lot of my time, and lets me, frees me up to work with Todd more and go get bigger and do bigger things.
Fantastic. Yeah. Tell me about I'll stay with you, Tracy. Tell me about the onboarding experience.
It was amazing. Actually, I love Thomas. He is, oh my God. Thomas is awesome. He makes you smile. I love working with him. He wants to do everything for you. I'm very independent, and I want to do everything. And he's like, oh, no problem. Just send that over to me, and I'll get that done for you. And it's nice to have a meeting with him every week. When you have a meeting with me, I have a document, and I always have 20 questions lined up for you. And so Thomas will be funny. He'll be like, well, I know we're almost done with our training, and you probably don't have much today. I'm like, Thomas, you don't know me. I'm like, and we'll spend the whole hour, and sometimes we'll go a minute over. He's like, all right, Tracy, let's schedule our next appointment, okay? But and he will help me do everything. It's wonderful. I love it.
The onboarding process has been pretty great for us. We've definitely transferred over softwares before, phone systems, whatever, and it's kind of just been like, here you go, figure it out. But when it comes to the PhysioFunnels platform, Lisa has been great, and she has done nothing but answer our questions and work with us at our speed, the way we work. We like to learn a lot up front, and then dive headfirst into it and do as much as we can, and then we'll be like, okay, we got here, what's the next step? How do we do the next platform? And as well as answering our emails whenever needed, scheduled calls. It's been very helpful, and we came from not a real CRM, so the help with even like organizing the chaos that was somewhat organized to then get into the software, then to get functional, has been great. But overall, the onboarding process has been easy, seamless, and continual. So every time something gets brought in, we get more information, we learn how to use it, and we're able to implement it better. And then also the live technical support is amazing. As you're training new team members, being able to go to a chat that isn't someone on Paul's team and just say, hey, I know that this should exist, I can't find it, and they're right there with you. They'll send you a loom within 1 or 2 minutes, and then we have virtual assistants, so I can share those looms with our VAs that are not, in the office with us, and then it helps us build our background on just like how to use it and how we can write our processes.
I'll echo everything everybody else said. It was a great process for the onboarding, but the part that I really like is that I didn't have to train every single team member. I had a new front desk start in January, and I didn't have to sit there right next to her and go, okay, this is the button you click for this, this, and this. I just said, reach out to the team, or hey, there's already videos in the training platform that you can look at, or you can go to the Q&A section and do live training or find it on your own. And I didn't have to sit there and spend hours and hours that I don't need to be spending training her on how to use the system. It's fairly intuitive, which is also nice.
What's the thing you love the most now you've started to use it? You've kind of passed through the early training phase. What's the thing you love the most?
I love that everything is in one place. I don't have to go to 2 or 3 different things to look at who is commenting on our social media platforms, who has responded. Our whole team knows exactly what was said and who sent the text message, who sent the email, to which clients, and it's not a question of did we follow up or did we not, and I can monitor that, and I don't have to stop what I'm doing to go, okay, wait, did you follow up with that person? And then we have to go down the rabbit hole of where that client went. It's all right there. And I also like that I'm starting to build out courses and stuff in the platform. We've set up specialty classes, and I'm running that through there, so I don't have to have another platform for that. And it's been easy, and instead of having to copy client information from one to the next whenever we book a class, it just funnels straight through there. And it's been really nice to have that and not have one more headache.
I think for us, it has highlighted how broken our systems were previously. That's a weird thing to love about a system, but it's allowed us such room for growth of these things that we thought we were doing great, and we thought we had follow-up, and we thought we were doing this. And as we've moved into using automations and moved into using the pieces that take the human error out of it, we were like, oh wow, there was a lot of human error. And beyond, there's accountability there, there's systems in process to try to catch them, but no matter how much you do, there's always human error. And the automations and setting everything up where there's one click button instead of 17 button clicks, it just allowed us to not only fix our systems, but look at how we can do them better, set up automation, set up pipelines, and really grow what we thought we had as a good lead system, and what we thought we had as a great follow-up, and we thought we were doing all of the things to the best of our ability, but just pulling out that human error has been my favorite part of it.
I would say the management of contacts. Our contacts are everything. We want to know everything they're doing. So this not only allows you to know what they're doing during their life cycle, because there's a pipeline and it shows where they are, and it's easily just slid over to whether they're a lead or they're an initial eval. If they went ahead with treatment or discharged. We also know if they commented on Google, or if they interacted in an email, or if they liked a post or they said something on any of the 4 platforms. So it gives you an inclination of how much interaction you are getting from this, how warm of a lead, right? So now we always want, if you have sales, where I'll be in charge of sales, you always want to make sure that you're managing. You want those easy, hot leads, right? You don't want to be calling cold people that maybe aren't interested right now, but that's going to. So I think managing your contacts is just huge. I think that's my favorite.
Last question for you all. There'll be people who think, well, I have to get my team to do this. Oh, I have to get my team on board. And that's what nearly always is the only objection. Oh, I have to go back to tell my team. As a team member, what would you say to any business owner who thinks, oh, this could be a pain in the ass, I'm not ready for this, I haven't got the time, etc.?
Okay, well, we have one of the most stubborn but beautiful receptionists. She was actually welcoming it. And I know there's other platforms, but this gives you, it's all in one, right? With that, and it was receptive to all of our receptionists. And I brought on a new sales girl, and she's been receptive. So, and I think it's easy too. So, as from an admin standpoint, it's very easy. Yeah,
it's good to hear because it's you guys that are going to use it. I think it's with other CRMs, something like KEAP, it's the marketing person who's using it, whereas this is like the marketing person and the customer service. That's what really, even for me, as I've watched this now get released, if you like. The overwhelming side of it is it's the customer service and the staff, the admin. It's almost like your front desk office, your front office all in one place, not just the marketing side.
I think that if you say you don't have time or it's too hard to bring back, you don't have time to not do it. There's so many things that are already being missed and already being dropped that, and just like she was saying, it is a more effective software. Everything's in one place. You can text through it. We didn't have texting. That was enough to get my most stubborn, team members on board because it meant they didn't have to pick up the phone. They could send a text while they're doing something else or helping another client. But really, it's just you don't have time to not do it.
To a business owner, what would you say?
So it freed me up. It freed up that brain space for me to think about what is our marketing strategy as opposed to the nitty-gritty, because I don't have a huge team. I don't have to sit there and go, okay, what is the content going to look like this week? Did I post? Did I write the email? Oh, I didn't block time for that. It's freed me up to think about those kinds of things because I know that the team knows exactly where people are, what to do. It's cut down on a lot of the back and forth and the double entry. And it's allowed me to just spew information and have Paul's team organize it. And they know when I've had some space to just think and brainstorm and dream a little bit more. So I think as a time saver and as a brain space saver, it's invaluable.
Fantastic. My commitment to you all will be we'll be there with anything that we can do to help, whether it's retrain somebody, give you an experience that you're happy with. Can I promise to get everything right every time? No, I can't, and I'll be honest with that, but we'll always go out of our way to make it up. If something didn't quite go to plan, we'll get back on another call with you. We'll make sure that everything that we can be done, whether we bypass you and go to your front desk person to do the training or the onboarding or to get whatever it is that we can. My commitment to you is that we'll be there. I'll be driving the initiatives, new marketing campaigns, funnels, content, copy. Every month you'll get multiple social media campaigns. Even if you have a marketing assistant, great. Give them one of ours. That might just spark some inspiration. It might get them to think differently. It might save them some time. It might allow them to go out and do joint ventures and be on the phone and do other things instead of thinking about social media posts, because we'll have done that for you. With your website, we'll be looking at ways to make it faster, more responsive, better. If you want new videos put on there, whatever it is, we'll be there for you. I'm building a real team around this. And it isn't a 1 or 2 man band, if you like, that is sort of just giving you a software or just giving you a website. There's a 12-person, 9, 10, 11, 12-person strong team there to help and support you. So whether you're a solo practitioner, I think it's a good decision, and if you've got a big team, I think it's definitely a good decision. So that's all I'm going to say, but I'm putting a lot into it. Integrations, I'm looking at how to use AI to get you better data, to start sending you more insights into what's happening inside of the software, just generally to make your life easier. So thank you very, very much for that. We do appreciate you. Just a little round of applause. Thank you.